Oh, there it is. There we go. Wow. A new week, Eddie. A new week of rambling has begun. How many people are shaking what their mother gave them right now?
Right? I think all of them.
How could they not?
I can't see that. Look at it. I can't see that.
Nothing.
I can't see if they're shaking.
Nothing.
They probably are.
They have to be. They have to be.
Have to be shaken.
I mean, come on. Ooh. One more.
Oh.
There we go.
There it is.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Ramble Podcast, a geek's guide to pop culture. This is Ramble Radio. Our Tuesdays and Fridays ramble. This is Ramble Radio 459. I would be cancer fighter, comedian, upset
Nipple
Dallas
twister?
Cowboy fan, nipple twister.
Okay.
Jerry
Upset Dallas
Rocha.
Cowboy.
Right
Yeah,
there
sure.
we have the one and only
Eddie Pence,
There it
comedian,
is.
podcaster. At this point, actor, director,
writer,
editor,
artist,
snuff film admirer
snuff film from a distance.
from a distance.
Oh man, Mean Gene Okerlund just staring him down, but we'll get
Just
to
staring
that.
him down.
Wait, have we already done
Cut.
that?
Action.
I'm lost.
Cut.
Have we already done?
No, I think we already did that one.
We've already talked about that.
I think we already did that.
Oh well, okay, alrighty then.
All right.
Well,
All right.
I'm sure she
All right,
knew what
let's
she
clean
signed
this
up
up.
for. Let's clean
Let's
this
clean
up.
this up.
We have 4 more to shoot today.
We got 6 more pages to shoot, boys. Get her out of here.
Oh, what is Mean Gene seen? Oh my.
Oh.
Well, today, on today's Ramble Radio, first of all, we'd like to welcome you to the Ramble Podcast. All right, Cody,
Absolutely.
again, not with us. Hopefully back soon. If you are
Hopefully.
a returning listener, we thank you and we love you. If you're new, we welcome you and we already love you. All that's left to do is subscribe to the Ramble, give it a 5-star rating, and a positive text review. And if you don't do any of those things, we're just going to be forced to believe you're a chump, and nobody wants that.
And
Nobody
it's
wants
really,
it.
it's all you're doing at this point.
It is.
It's all your fault.
It really is. You can email us, ramble@theramblepod.com. We're on Twitter at podcastramble1, Instagram at podcastramble. You can see our lovely faces right now on YouTube, the Ramble Teeb, and we have our T Public page where we have our merch. Go buy that. Go roll that.
Do it.
Rock that.
Do it.
Now, today's Ramble Radio,
What?
so I was watching Rogue One the other day.
Sure. Getting ready for Andor season 2.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of that movie. Who isn't really, right?
I love that movie. It's a great movie.
And at the end, man, I know the story where the guy who originally directed it, they basically threw him a bone because they were just going to scrap the movie he made because it was apparently a fucking lump of shit. And they were like, look, we'll throw you a bone. We'll let you direct this Darth Vader scene at the end.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have complained about that scene, thinking, oh, it's just fan service. Oh,
Well, because the whole movie, you're not dealing with Jedi or Vader.
Right.
You're dealing with the myth of the Jedi.
Right.
But it's sort of grounded in this whole, like, these are the ground forces of the rebellion. These are the people that
It's
fought the
nitty
war.
gritty.
It's the yes.
It is, but man, and I get it. I get it. It's like if you're making a World War II movie.
Yeah.
That was, but then in the last act, there's one scene where Captain America just jumps in.
Shows up, you're like,
like,
where was he this whole time?
what the fuck is this?
We had this guy the whole time?
He was just waiting. Like, I get it, but I love that scene. I remember just seeing that movie opening night and seeing the pop that scene got.
Yeah.
Just everyone was like, whoa, what the fuck? When he's just mowing through.
Right.
I thought
And you knew it was coming because when the Star Destroyers showed up, and and you knew the plans were on that ship, and you saw the Alderanian guards or whatever.
The Alderanians,
the guys with the fucking yellow
dick helmets.
Yeah, the dick helmets, the cereal bowls on their heads or whatever. And you're like, okay, we might see Vader. I think we're gonna see Vader.
Right. And
then when it gets all dark, yeah.
And look, you don't need it You did not. I will agree 100%. That scene does nothing for the actual movie,
No.
but I still love it. There are times when I really don't think. There are times when I'll make fun of fan service,
Yeah.
but there are also times I really don't think it's that bad, and I think it's like that was pretty. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
pointless fan service,
Yeah.
make it fucking fun
Well,
and great like that.
and up to that point, we'd never seen Darth Vader on the big screen act like a badass.
Exactly, and it was
We'd
like
seen Anakin do it, but we never seen the
we
guy
never
in the
saw
suit
Vader
act like
suit
that.
just go crazy like that.
Yeah.
And then you have like what was so great about it was like the fucking and I normally don't give a shit. I'm being hypocritical here because I normally don't care about connecting dots in that manner. But boy, when you see that scene
Yeah.
and then just pop in A New Hope and the look of fear on all the Alderaanian guards' faces when
Yeah.
when they know what's coming
Yeah.
makes it so much
Because
fucking.
they all just saw what just happened
And they're
10
just
minutes
like,
earlier.
fuck, we're all gonna die, but we got a
It's
job
like,
to do.
yeah. It's like all those
Like,
other dudes just died that we knew.
yes, and
We were
then,
playing
fuck.
Sabacc with them last night, and they're all dead.
Now they're all dead because of this.
And we're
this
getting ready to die, too.
fucking mega powered thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have like I don't. I do.
I
Have
don't hate
issue-
fan service. Fan service, I don't. If it's all fan service with no story, then it bothers me.
Right.
If it's just like, hey, you remember this? Hey, you remember this? Hey, you remember this? That's different. Rogue One, to me, I enjoyed the story. I was invested in the story, and then what? What? Throw some fucking rainbow sprinkles on top of that cake.
Didn't take anything away. Didn't take anything.
No, it doesn't take anything away. It's
Like-
fine. It's dessert after your meal. It's nice.
And at the same time, too, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's why shouldn't there be fan service with properties like that?
Right.
that
And
just
look,
have
honestly,
rabid
like,
fan bases. Like
I know we both had issues with like the Acolyte. You disliked
Oh.
it far more than I did.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite scenes in the Acolyte was even on the final episode, which is the one episode I had some of my most issues with.
Yeah.
Was when she bled the crystal.
That was
I thought
a
that
great
was
scene.
I thought that
great
was a
scene.
cool scene.
And that
when
was
she
cool.
bled the crystal.
That was cool fan service to do something with like a lore. I think bad fan service is in the Acolyte with the stupid Plagius. And I would do anything for love. And then the stupid shot of Yoda at the end, like
Yeah.
you know.
You could have done a Plagius with decent fan service by making him like giving him a scene.
Absolutely, you could have.
But,
Absolutely,
you know,
could have.
You could. There's good fan service, and there's like just lazy fan service. And to me, that one shot was lazy fan service.
Absolutely. Like, Acolyte, I would have actually loved it if you do the fan service where you have a scene when you see Plagius is watching them, right?
Yeah.
And then you see a ship leave and you don't know who's on it.
Yeah.
And then Plagius sees the guy and the girl take off, and then you hear a lightsaber behind him, and it's Yoda. And Yoda fucking kills his ass. And then, like, holy shit. And then you realize the ship leaving was Palpatine. Right. Or, a little newborn Palpatine, whatever. And then
Or
Plagius.
whatever it was. Or Plagius learns how to keep himself alive. Or
That's
whatever.
it.
Like,
right.
You know,
There's so many other things they could have done. Other than
that
just
way,
showing
everyone
him.
thought the Sith were gone.
Right. That way.
Yoda thought there was no
gone.
problem
Yoda
with it.
took him out, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, there's so many things. But just Yoda sitting there in his office was stupid. Plagius. And I just half-ass spit that out. You could actually have done a great job of the fan service.
No, like I said, there's good fan service and there's lazy fan service. And I thought bleeding the crystal was
great
good fan service.
Yeah, that was probably the best moment of that final episode.
Yeah,
and like,
when you actually see her, the blade turn red all the way up, and you're like, oh, that's kind of fucking cool.
Fucking cool.
To see that in live action.
That was fucking great.
But then there's others. Then there's lazy
but
fan service.
But I really like
too.
that. The Rogue One thing. I have no problem with that scene. I thought that was so much fucking fun. Vader just mowing through motherfuckers. Like it was, oh god! Like,
you have to see examples of why he was so feared.
Yes, and I'm trying to think of like, I think the best fan service. Now I'm making this up, right? So I don't know if I should have taken more time to think about it, but I'm just putting this out there. I don't know if it like the most I've lost my shit over something in a movie.
Yeah.
was like, oh God. It was either, and this isn't really fan service, but so it doesn't count. But it was when Ren kills Snoke, and him
Oh
and Rey
yeah,
team up.
yeah,
But that's still my favorite moment in any Star Wars anything. Is
yeah.
that fucking moment? That's my favorite Star Wars moment of anything. Is
That
that
was the closest I've ever gotten to "I'm Your Father" because I saw that in the theater
yes,
when I was a little kid,
right,
and that's the
right,
closest I got to "No,
right.
I'm Your Father."
Like the biggest. I still think number one for me, and this is not fan service, but number one holy shit moments was "Get Away from Her, You Bitch" and Aliens. I think that will
Yeah,
always be my number one. I think number two is that moment in Last Jedi. But I think my favorite fan service ever, I think it was the end credits of the first Avengers when you see Thanos.
yeah, and you know
And
what's coming.
that is such specific fan service. Such a at that I don't care. People are bullshitting you if they knew who they say they instantly knew who the fuck that was. Like 8% of the people in that theater
Yeah,
knew who that was, and it was
yeah.
me and like three other people all were like what when they showed Thanos.
Right.
Like
And
I
you knew after
remember,
that Avengers movie, you're like, oh, this is all
oh,
leading up to that.
I had to explain to my girlfriend at the time who he was and what was
Yeah.
coming, and like it was like fuck it. I was so I couldn't believe
And
they
then
went
like
there.
once you do that, then that you start going down that path a few films in, you start looking back, you go, oh, that was that stone, and that was
That
that
was
stone.
that
Like
stone. Fucking so good.
the Tesseract was
It was.
that, and then the Mind Stone was that, and like, holy shit.
Oh, it was. These were the Infinity Gems. That was
Yeah.
fucking.
That was great.
So I just. But I don't know
But
why.
there's fan service like that. There's fan service where like that serves a purpose, like Thanos tells you where we're going, right?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
like, and then you have the fan service where it's just sort of like where you bleed the crystal, or you have the fan service where uh, Captain America catches Mjolnir. You're like, oh fuck, that's just a whole fuck moment. It's
Unbelievable.
not. It
Unbelievable.
doesn't change anything. It doesn't like,
Right.
oh well, now what's gonna happen? It's just sort of like that's fucking badass. But like when Snoke got cut in half, you're like,
Whew.
the whole
That
bottom
changed.
dropped out.
The
The
that
bottom look,
changed everything, and God Almighty, what they could have done instead of Rise of Skywalker after that. They
right,
should
but
have
like
just
that
given
moment. That's
Ryan
why I love that
Johnson the
moment
fucking
so
keys.
much.
I know it changed.
That's why it reminded me
everything.
of. That's why it reminded me of No, I'm Your Father. I'm
It
like
changed
it
everything.
because I
It
remember that's why I love that
changed
scene so much
everything.
because I had the same feeling of like, okay, well,
What the fuck
I
just
thought I knew
happened?
where things were going.
And this did not. It changed it, and it
Yeah,
just like I Am Your Father. That scene changed everything, and when then Rise of Skywalker
right,
ruined everything by trying to pretend that none of that ever happened. Like we're
right,
just gonna patch this up, and no, never mind.
right. But
I
those scenes like that, and then the Thanos scene is like, oh fuck, this is
oh
what's happening.
fuck, this is what's going on. Like
You know, which is way different fan service than Vader showing up at the end of Rogue One. It doesn't change
right,
anything. It's
right.
like, hey, we know you enjoyed the movie. Here's a bowl
Here,
of ice cream afterwards.
right. Enjoy, yeah. But God, I'm still pissed that they just chickened the fuck out after Last Jedi. It just,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck? That's
Hmm.
weird. That's some built-in music on this. Is that my? I'm annoyed at. Should that be
That sounded like your annoyed music.
like I can't believe this? Do we hear? Oh shit!
Oh, fuck, that's smooth.
It's called daydreaming.
That's some titty banging music.
Oh, Eddie.
What is this?
Oh, anyway.
Oh,
Um,
dude.
but yeah, so yeah, I think, yeah, it's such a fine line, the treading fan service to either make it awesome or is it just insulting?
Right.
You know, it's just, it's one of the, like again, the fan service I thought that I can't fucking stand is in that Jedi Survivor, whatever that with the first Cal Kestis game
Yeah.
when fucking what's his nuts pops in for no fucking read like him.
Yeah, but
Saw?
again, that scene could have great fan service if Saul's a prick, and then your next mission is to prove your worthiness to
No
Saul.
question. No question.
Then it becomes good fan service.
And instead they just make him Big Bird. Like, hey, buddy. Like, what the
So
fuck?
it's like you can have good. You just have to like when you use your fan service, it's gotta either serve a purpose in the storytelling, like Thanos, or it's got to be
just super cool, like the Vader scene, where this is so much
like
fun.
The Vader scene or bleeding the crystal. It's got to be something super cool. Like, okay, well, that was cool to see. It didn't add anything. It didn't take anything away. It was just cool to see.
Just like Wolverine wearing the fucking outfit in Deadpool Wolverine. Nobody needs to see it. How fucking cool was it?
Right.
It was great.
And then to see all the outfits, even better.
Even better. Now, what a Ramble Radio, Eddie. The bad news is we are contractually obligated.
Skeletor. We were just talking about fan service. I'm trying to think back to some He-Man episodes that may have had some fan service in them. I can't really recall.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank too.
If there's any fan service there, do you have any moments of fan service in your days of shooting He-Man?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad you've asked the Big S After Dark, babies. I'm just sitting here in the Big S Lounge, baby, after dark, doing my thing, getting my prick sucked, Doesn't matter. That's life, isn't it, baby? That's my kind of fan service anyway, Eddie. Just 2 lips on my dick. Doesn't matter. They could just be 2 lips. Just severed. Just right there. I love that. But I think, it's very upsetting. They cut out a lot of the fan service that I tried to shoehorn into the program. But they said it won't work because children are watching. But I do a marionette show, a little puppet show, and it's a big hit. And I bet you didn't think I was a ventriloquist, did you, Eddie? Yeah? Bet you didn't think I had those abilities, but I do. And it's called Skeletor and Punchy. And that's the puppet is Punchy. And I've had about 850,000 different punchies because they're not puppets. They're just prostitutes that I fuck and then kill. And then I shove my hand up their dead corpse, and then there's the show. Skeletor and Punchy. And believe me, if they would have let me do that on the program, they would have been begging for that kind of fan service all the time. 85,000 different punchies when I last lost count. And so there it is. I guess that would have been the fan service. And you're probably wondering, well, how are you not arrested, big guy? 85,000 dead people. I mean, they're going to come looking for those hookers, right? Well, go ahead, Eddie. Why don't you ask me where I've stashed all those dead bodies? Got to be someplace big. What was that? What?
Where?
He-Man's mother's pussy. Because it's so big. I don't know if I've made that clear. It's a giant pussy.
Right, yeah.
Maybe I could probably do 50,000 times more punchies in there.
Yes. Okay. Fuck. All right. Let's,
as if ventriloquists weren't weird enough or dumb enough.
Mine too.
No offense to all the ventriloquists out there who might be listening and subscribing. Cinesnob Cody. Let's put that up there. Huh?
Yes. Get him on there. And catch me.
I was inspired by Willie Tyler and Lester. They really, I can't, I die laughing every time.
Okay.
Sorry.
5 days a
Eddie?
week. Patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper. And then also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
You can find me in the same Ramble locales. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming games most nights of the week. Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch. Just my name on YouTube. I want to thank you all for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow for a regular Ramble. And then Friday, this is the Friday's Ramble Radio will be the last one where we're wearing the same outfits.
That's exactly right.
This marathon recording session will have ended. So there we go. We love you all. Stay safe out there. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, 5-star rating, positive text review. Don't be a chump. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, there we go. Huh?
There it is.
There it is. Oh.
So, can I get that you were right about the River Styx? Okay.
No.
I mean, I was, though. The River Styx.
Okay, I guess. I've never heard that before. That the River Styx had other powers other than just being a river.
Yeah, I just thought it was a river.
Dead people.
Yeah.
Speaking of power, did I tell you about the Lego Jizz? Speaking of powers.
No.
Oh, Jesus. We do need to cut his mic on these.
He shouldn't have.
Yeah. You shouldn't have a mic ever.
He shouldn't have.
Ugh.